Here we are at the coffee plantation, and you can hear the river below, I hope, and the birds chirping. And right here you have these beautiful flowers. This is an avocado tree, and the avocado tree is used for shade. The avocados, this tree is very old, so the avocado will fall to the ground and they will use it for nutrients. This is an organic coffee farm, and this is one of the ways they help protect the coffee plant. Here we have a coffee plant. They are not yet ripe. Normally they are ripe at this time. If it's Arabic, it's red. If it's Colombian version, it's yellow. And the reason that they're not is because they did not have any rainfall this year. And that is, they will be harvesting this instead of November and December. They will be harvesting this in January, February. This is a compost pile. They let it go for several months. They then apply it to the coffee plants over here. It will increase production by 10%. Normal fertilizers increase by up to 60 to 70% the production of the plant, but as the plant produces so much fruit, it does not absorb the fertilizer in the same way, and thus the flavor is different and lower quality. See, right here we have a pineapple. Why is the pineapple here in the coffee plantation, in an organic coffee plantation? Because it helps distract the bugs, the insects that would otherwise attack the coffee plants, and they go to the smell of the pineapple. So this is not for eating, this is for protection and to distract the insects. I find it fascinating here. The yucca plant right here, this is a form of potato. They use the roots to help prevent landslides from rain and such things. So the yucca plant. The banana plant right over there also produces fruit, and it shades, once again, the coffee plants. The orange tree right here, they both eat the oranges and use them for nutrients if they happen to fall to the ground, and also it helps absorb the acid out of the ground, which then increases the quality of the and flavor of the coffee bean. Of recently picked coffee. The coffee plant starts producing at the age of 2, will produce for 20 years, and afterwards, at the banana tree right here, the platano tree, it will give water during the summer, during times when there's not a lot of rain. So you can see as I squeeze here, you can probably see the water coming down. There is so much water. They take the water from the leaves and it goes to the ground and it helps irrigate the coffee plantation. 20 years, and afterwards will be taken out of the ground and a new one planted. Although they do live to 100 years, they only produce 20 years of fruit. Once they pick the beans, they take the beans, they throw them in here. Out comes the seeds of the coffee from here on one side. On the other side is the pulp, the skin of the coffee bean. They take the coffee, they take the pulp, the skin, they use it for compost, then they dry these for a night, they put them in water. Those that float are poor quality. They are also used for compound on this specific organic farm, and the rest of them are the good quality ones that you will drink at Starbucks. Que bueno, que rico. So what happens here is, this is the drying room. The coffee sits here for 8 to 25 days and it dries. And once it's dry, they used to do this with each bean. They would take it and remove what is left of the skin, and you are left with this bean right here. This is what is ultimately what they sell, what they use, and they take 70% of it and export it, and 30% of it they keep here. And once dried, it goes out. I was wrong. Starbucks actually does use poor quality beans, along with all the other big chains, McDonald's, Tim Hortons, whoever else you might think of. The good stuff is much more costly, and you would be paying a lot more. It used to take 2 hours to do this by hand. They would take for 1 kilogram. Today they have a small machine that it takes 10 minutes per kilogram. So that's where technology increases productivity. So once the beans are dried, they put it over a stove, and using wood, they stir. In order to protect it from being burned, they often remove it. They hold it like this for an hour. and they produce a kilogram of coffee. Once this is done, come over here, will look as such. And these are finished coffee beans, and these are organic. They have a very strong coffee smell. If you like coffee smell, this is excellent quality. This is the best quality you can possibly get. And then you need to grind it. So you put some of the beans in the grinder here. You rotate it, and you can see here we have the finished product of coffee that you will put into water or however else you choose to make the coffee. And this is the best quality, and now all we have to do is give it a try. Stirring it up, and now you'll see the coffee coming out. So it's not like the same way we make it in the States, which is just a little bit different, but you can see this is the traditional Colombian way to make coffee. Now we're scooping it out. Oh no, we're putting it back. And now we are going to try it.